Hello, and welcome back to another episode of Weekend Wisdom. Uh, Before I get into the actual topic for this week, I want to just let everybody know you may have noticed that I've started switching to a new episode every 2 weeks. And I apologize for that, but that is kind of what I'm going to be doing going forward. If I can add another episode in every week, I will try my best. But I am practicing full time, like many of you, and we're starting a new practice, so times are quite busy. So the amount of time that I get to sit and film and answer emails is a little bit less. But by all means, please send your questions through. I look forward to them. And if it's about the course, I'll always be available for that. But I apologize for the less frequency of the weekend wisdoms. But I promise to have them latest one every 2 weeks that will be sent to your email. And if you're a subscriber on YouTube, you'll see that pop up in your email as well. Okay, so this weekend, how do I attract loyal patients that stay? So this is one of the main questions that new owners ask. The email. Hi, Dr. Mather. I plan on opening a new practice next year. I first need to find a great location and do all my planning. Where I live, there does seem to be a lot of dental offices around. How do I make my office stand out? How do I create a situation in which patients come to my office and never wish to leave? I see more and more aggressive marketing by dentists offering free exams and whitening. How do I cut through all that noise and connect with patients in a meaningful way? This is a great question. Now, I hope I am reading this correctly, but the way I'm interpreting this question is that the emailer is asking for how to truly create a long term relationship with a patient and not just how to attract new patients. Believe it or not, there is a difference. One question is aimed at attracting people to the practice, which is important. But this question is focused on keeping patients and meeting their needs in a way that they would not want to leave. The way you accomplish this is to make it illogical for patients to ever switch from your practice. How do we do this? Well, it starts at the beginning, which is where you are right now. Too many dentists start at the end. They start looking at how to attract and keep patients when they have an office that is slow and underperforming. That's when the gimmicks start to emerge. But are the patients that you get from these marketing tactics the right patients for you? This emailer is extremely smart to be thinking about patient retention now. You can create some foundational advantages that will be built into your practice, which will appeal to the right patients for you. Reducing obstacles and making your patient's life easier. Each patient that could potentially come to your office or is already at your office has certain ideal requirements that they would need from you as an office to fit their life. So most patients are living with some compromises in their relationship with their current dental office. This could include many aspects. What are some potential obstacles preventing someone from committing to your office? So here are some potential obstacles that the everyday person may have. Opening times and convenience for before or after hours, school and work. You know, people who are living and working in the city areas, they may look for a 6 o'clock appointment because they don't want to miss any work. Their evenings, they often are working into the evenings. So 6 a.m. is the time that they can come in before work, get their dentistry done, get their cleaning done, and get into work. For school, kids are in school all day, parents are working, so evenings and weekends might suit them better. Do you take their insurance? That seems like an obvious low hanging fruit. Are you kid friendly? An office that makes kids happy will make life so much easier for parents. Now, when I say are you kid friendly, I don't just mean do you treat kids? Do you like to treat kids? Does the environment that you've set up entice kids or at least put kids in a comfortable state of mind to receive dentistry? Is it something where the kids can have a very good appointment or maybe get through a difficult appointment in a way that surprises the parent? Do you offer sedation for anxious patients? There are many patients out there that are so anxious that have had trauma, as you guys know, throughout their life from dentistry, that when they find that dentist, who they can get dentistry done with comfortable, they are a loyal patient. Will you be able to keep patients aware of their coverage so that they don't go over? So, for example, if you've got a patient coming in and they're trying to get treatment done, but you're able to say to them, look, you've run out with your insurance. If you wait 2 months, you'll be able to reprise that. You're saving them money. You're developing trust in a way that's really important to many patients. How close in proximity to them are you? So, for example, if you've got an apartment complex with people without vehicles, if you're within walking distance, that's very easy for them. Do you bulk bill or do they pay up front? For those of you that don't use that same term, bulk bill, that just means do you send to your insurance? Or are you expecting the patients to pay up front and then to contact their insurance after the fact? What's your communication style? Do you take a lot of time to explain things? Now, surprisingly, this may be something that's very good for some patients who want a lot of explaining, but some people who are very time sensitive, they may just want to get it done and don't want a lot of communication. They just want the goal accomplished, so to speak. And appointment lengths. Do you book long appointments? Short appointments, trying to get things done. Kind of similar to the last point. Some people want longer appointments, a lot of TLC. Others just want it done to get in and to get out. So, how are you going to know which obstacles to address and how to address it? So, let's first back up to the beginning and ask ourselves, who are our ideal patients? Because you can't be everything to everyone. Who are the main people that you are trying to attract? Now, this may seem like a simple question, but it's really important to take some time to think about this. Often in dentistry, we're taught to just want the patients with the best insurance or who are the wealthiest. This may not always lead to where you want it to. You first need to look inwards and define who you are as a dentist and what you wish to accomplish with this practice. So let's remember our goal. We want to match up the right dentist with the right practice identity, with the right brand creation, and the right patient base, which will lead us to the right geographic location. In order to be the best at serving our desired patient base so they never want to leave, we need to complete the steps above it. So, this is a photo I wanted to show you. I took it from the Henry Schein catalog. I believe it's in Chicago or Illinois, somewhere. I just thought it was a beautiful picture of a beautiful office. Now, a lot of dentists in dental school picture themselves owning an office like this. And that's perfectly fine, but is this really you? Are you a top-notch cosmetic clinician that can do work at the level to justify the costs to have a waiting room like that? Are you willing to borrow money to bet on yourself for that, or do you even enjoy that work? Or do you feel that this is the type of work that you need to do in order to be financially successful? This is a common misconception. Often dentists set up an office similar to this and then panic when patients do not come or stay. Rather than building an office and scrambling to keep patients, let's be deliberate. Let's be intentional. So, first, we need to examine ourselves. We're going to look and answer some questions or delve deep into our lifestyle or desired lifestyle, what your ideal practice would be, your skills, who your ideal patients would be, marketing, promotion, leadership and teamwork, your community, your values, your temperament, the way you deal with stress. Part one of the program, shameless plug here again, the program on how to set up a practice step by step takes you through all these questions you need to address to fully understand yourself as a dentist. Once you know exactly who you are as a dentist, you can focus in on what you want to build specifically. From there, you'll want to create an identity for your practice with a specific mission and a value base in mind. So, for example, a cosmetic and aesthetics based office that loves to help patients transform their smiles and their lives, or a general dentist office that loves treating people of all ages, especially kids, and so on and so on. So, at this point, you will know exactly who you are and what you are trying to build. So, next, you'll want to focus on who you wish to serve. So, ask yourself who would really benefit from your practice? These are the ideal patients for your practice. Who are the people that have been looking for a dentist or an office like yours or yourself? Who are the people's lives that you're going to make a lot easier? Who are the people that you're going to completely blow them out of the water in the manner in which you get rid of their obstacles to dental treatment? This may sound like an exaggeration, but I still feel this is the best way to create long-time patients. Make their life easier. For example, a growing town that families are moving to may have the main obstacles of needing a kid-friendly office. They need their insurance to be accepted. And look, they work and their kids are in school, so they need after school and Saturday hours. Once a family finds an office that meets these needs, they're not going to be enticed by free whitening offers as much. Once you know exactly who you're trying to help, that's when it's time to choose a location. That's when it's the time. Too many dentists set up an office and then panic. They make offers to catch everyone without any real plan in place. Find out exactly where there's an abundance of your ideal prospective patients and research how your office could impact their dental lives. So it kind of changes the game from how are we going to advertise and market to how do we just let people know that we're here? It's more of an awareness campaign at that point because you know that you are the best match for them. And when patients come in and you meet their needs so thoroughly, that's when the word of mouth really starts to spread. So seek out demographic areas that are flush with your ideal demographic, your patients. You will find yourself with a tailor-made office for the greatest demographic group in your area. And this is how you transcend the gimmicky marketing and build a foundational advantage. I'll teach you step by step how to set up your practice. So, for an example, imagine that you're a parent with 3 kids under the age of 10. You and your spouse both work. With 3 kids, your lives are very hectic. You try your best to plan and schedule your lives to limit the number of issues and problems that arise when you have young kids. You need to book the whole family in to see a dentist. It's been years since you've been. The family schedule has been difficult and it's hard to take work or school off. You Google search offices near you and you find an office that's open on Saturday. Great. You make an appointment for the 5 of you on the weekend. You and your spouse find the dentist and staff very friendly and helpful. Most importantly, they accept your dental insurance and are able to provide clarity on any copay amounts. Excuse me. The kids are surprisingly able to handle the appointment without any fussing or complaining. The staff actually seem to love kids and they have a very gentle touch. They have kids' shows playing on the TVs. When checking out, the copay is exactly what you would discuss, and the staff let you know how much space is remaining on your plan, which is important because it's difficult to make sense of it online. The whole process was easy, and with a large family with young kids, that's the most important thing. Easy. Any parents listening to this right now with young kids, you understand what we're talking about. You're happy because you've now found your family's dentist. So, the program again is how to start and run a dental practice successfully. It's split up into 23 modules. So the modules split into 2 parts. So prudent practice startup is taking you from where you might be right now, a desire in your head to start a new dental practice. And that will take you to a fully built out physical practice that's tailor made for you. And part 2, flying your first year success, will take you from that physical practice to the end of your first year, which has been successful. Now, again, I'm Dr. Mather with Mather Dental Education. If any of you have any questions, please feel free to reach out to me and email me at matherdentaleducation@gmail.com. Have a wonderful weekend, rest up, and enjoy dentistry.